Complaints as the CEO's phone is acting weird. We had a complaint of all the lights on a phone started coming on and ringer occasionally making noise whenever the CEO left his office. If he was sitting in his chair it worked just fine. Replaced the phone ... same problem would happen. Replaced it again ... same problem. Proceeded to replace the wiring ... same problem. Higher level tech was sent out and checked everything ... He sat in the chair and problem went away. Got up and moved ... and the problem manifested itself. He looked out the window at nearby buildings and could see a microwave antenna pointed in their direction. He went to that business and found out they had put in a point-to-point microwave to connect their offices in different buildings that they had line of sight to ... except they could just make it by the building between them. CEO was in the corner office of that building and the microwave was just clipping his office. There was enough power to light the lights on the phone so the CEO was getting microwave energy whenever he was in his office. He was slowly being cooked on low power. He was a bit steamed when he found out. Pun intended. So a couple weeks ago a user requests a docking station for use at home. I know for a fact she has a docking station at her desk, but she wants one just to set up at home because there are too many wires. Well, lead time on docking stations is currently something like 6 weeks. We're supposed to be either full-time or in office, not going between, and no one who isn't in the C-suites gets 2 docks. Her request is denied. A few days ago, same user claiming their docking station is broken. I go desk side and Ethernet, 2 monitors, keyboard and mouse are working. I unplug it, plug it back in, everything comes up like fine clockwork. Ticket closed with issue self-corrected and a private note that there weren't nothing wrong to begin with. Today, another ticket from the same user. Docking station intermittently failing. This one calls me out specifically for not fixing it last time. Nope, not how things happen in my help desk. Tell her again I can't find any faults, but she is insistent that it stops working sometimes. Okay, says I have an older model dock. Does everything the current one does but doesn't have charging over the USB-C port, so she'll need to lug 2 power bricks between here and home. She's okay with that, so I swap the docks and pick up the old one. I don't think she quite caught on that I used most of the old cables and she'd have had to know what a DisplayPort cable is even if her plan worked. Where are you taking that? She asks, sounding angry. Oh, we've got to dispose of bad hardware. Though in this case I thought I'd use it for building laptops. Even if it's not 100% it works well enough to use on the workbench. But it's mine, she whines, I have to throw it out. And the plan is revealed. Not like it wasn't obvious, but seriously, what was she thinking? Oh, sorry, no. E-waste has to go through removal from active stock, then proper disposal. Go green, save the planet. Besides, I think we can still use this. You could see it hit her. She saw her glorious future of not having to disconnect wires vanish in a puff of bureaucratic smoke. And that's how I got a current model docking station for my work laptop, with USB-C PD and triple monitors at my desk. Worked for an ISP/cable company years ago and this one stands out. We had a ticket for an install to a house in a rural area. This house had a train track that ran behind the home and the box on the pole was on the opposite side of the track as the home. It was a newer area that we serviced and therefore it required a drop to the house from the pole. Tech was sent out for the install and realized the problem, proceeds to call it in. Tech wasn't certified to hang a line on the pole. Supervisor instructed to continue with the install. He did. 5 o'clock CSX comes by and runs over the coax that was laid across the tracks. Of course the tech was sent back out again and was instructed to replace the drop. He did. 5 o'clock CSX comes through and slices it again. After a few more of these work orders it was put in to elevate the drop. He did. About 6 foot off the ground. 5 o'clock CSX comes through and grabs the coax, proceeds to rip the wiring out of the house, exploding the cable modem on the wall, knocking the PC off the desk and TVs off stands. Damages to the bricks on the house. Other cable company had to pay for repairs to the bricks in the house and all damaged equipment. Customer had full package free as long as they lived there, all channels, fastest internet, etc. I kept up with the documentation on the account while this was going on, and I am glad I did. This was before smartphones, so I couldn't get the proof, didn't carry a cell phone at all back then. Best story I've ever ran into working tech support, almost hard to believe, but I used to do tech support for my family. I stopped because it was too hard, emotionally. My mother is incredibly stubborn and creative in the new way she finds to do things on computers that result in them not working. A close family friend who is a IT professional had taken over, which worked well until he moved to the other side of town. A few months back I had a spare USB docking station, monitor, mouse and keyboard, so I gave it to my family to make it easier for my mother to use her laptop. She asked me to set things up. However, there was a COVID lockdown and I had a phone conversation where I said something to the effect of, there isn't anything to set up, you just plug it all in and use it. Try that first and I'll troubleshoot if it doesn't work. Nothing happened. COVID lockdown finished and when I'd visit the docking station remained unused. And at some point I just set the thing up. Less than time passes greater than. A few weeks ago I said, how about I show you how to use the docking station? I got her laptop, plugged it into the docking station and everything worked. Mom was fine and happy and browsing away. I left. 20 minutes later I get home and get a call. Hey, what password do I use to log in? The same one you always use. No, I want log into the new device. Use your laptop password to log in. No, I want my laptop off and I want to use the docking station to browse and connect to the internet. That's not possible, you have to use your laptop to do that. You are using your laptop, just use your laptop password. I don't want to use my laptop. I've turned it off. I just want to use the thing you set up to use the laptop. What's the password for it? Sorry, I don't follow. You want to do what? Less than. I also have no idea how there was anything to log into if she had turned off the laptop. Greater than. I want to browse the internet with the thing you set up. Less than. At this point I had an epiphany. Greater than. Mom, that thing is not a computer. There is only one computer there. Your laptop. Without your laptop there is nothing to connect the internet to. That thing just makes it easier to connect other things to your laptop. But I want to use the internet on the thing. You can't, it's not a computer. But I thought it could connect to the internet. It's not a computer. It can't. I think I get it. I'll call you later. Less than. Click greater than. I started a new job as the sole IT worker at a small business with 30 employees a couple weeks ago and have been flooded with deciphering the crazy situations they've gotten themselves into. I asked the owner to see the ISP bill and notice they are paying $200 for a phone they aren't using and only have the 50/50 Mbps plan. I get permission to port the phone number and renegotiate our rates. I also brief the owner on the advantages of having a failover ISP. He insists it's not needed. I call up the ISP and ask the following. Can I renegotiate this rate please? We are porting out our phone number to our regular VoIP provider. ISP, sure thing. Here's 100/100th static IP business plan for $60. We'll keep your phone service on the account until the port is completed. Just to be sure, we are only canceling our phone service, not the internet service. This won't affect our internet service, correct? ISP, yep. This won't affect your internet. We'll send a tech out to set it up. The tech comes out the next day to tell me my static IP block and heads out. After not seeing a speed boost, I check the config on the router and notice they had 5G HZ turned off, and everything is on a fully congested 2.4 GHz channel. I fix that and everything gets a nice speed boost. 2 days ago I noticed the port finished. I called the ISP back again to verify the port completed and to verify the phone service is disconnected. They say it's all good. I called again yesterday to verify our new billing amount, and to verify that our internet service will be unaffected. It all looks good here. I get to work early today and notice that there's no internet. I've got link lights but I can't ping the ONT. I call the ISP to see what's going on. They can't find my account, then they hang up on me. 20 minutes wasted. I call back again, they find my old account and try to see what's happening, but then hang up again. 30 minutes wasted. Meanwhile, everyone else is returning to work and can't do shit without internet. The owner is breathing down my neck wondering what's happening. I call back again and get a competent worker this time. They find my account. Turns out they closed my account because they assumed we didn't want it anymore after we ported our number out. This is despite being told multiple times that everything is okay, and I made it explicitly clear we still needed internet. She opens us a new account and says a tech will come out to activate it within about 24 hours. This is not negotiable. So no internet for basically the rest of the week. After explaining the situation to the owner, we start setting up workers with Wi-Fi hotspots on their phone, but start running into problems. Turns out every single computer on the network has a static IP set, despite DHCP being set up and working on the router. I start turning DHCP back on for every client one by one. We now have a semi-workable environment for the day. The owner still insists that he doesn't need WAN failover, a backup ISP, or a managed wired network with monitoring. Now I'm spending the rest of the day teaching employees how to access resources, canceling all my meetings with the vendors, and disabling IP-based conditional access policies. And to top it all off, my Amazon packages are arriving late. Edit, added clarification and detail. Naively, I thought that some of the PEBCAC stories on here were somewhat uncommon. Naively. I've sent some brand new, in-box monitors out for some WFH employees. Of the 10 sent out, 2 of them called in, miffed at the new monitors and requesting new ones. I'll review one of the calls. $user is user, and I'm $SR. $user, I cannot believe this thing is broken out of the box. You have to send a new one out. I bet the mail guy dropped it and broke it. $SR, let me remote connect and see what's going on. Less than a minute being connected, the device does not see the monitor attached. $SR, looks like the computer doesn't see it. Does the power button on the monitor have a backlight at all? $user, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm pressing it and it's not changing colors. $SR, okay, the monitor, is it plugged into the wall? $user, no? That's not a thing, my USB monitor plugged right into my computer. $SR, oh, it's a thing. Do you have the extra cable from the original box? $user, no. $SR. This sums it up, really. I've had my first call in a long time that made me literally facepalm. Happy Monday. The second user was the same issue, but they had the power cable,